Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to Global Happenings today. Right now, the Southeasterners are crying wolves. In fact, they are screaming at the top of their voice. In a moment, we're going to find out why they're actually worried over a lot of things: sit at home, insecurity, cut across board, and the fact that livelihood is tough. You're going to find out series of events that have led to this and why they're saying what they're saying. Before we go to the news proper, like and subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button beside it. You see a bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as we update our channel on YouTube. Well, combined effect of bad governance in the country, Southeast region inclusive, the activities of Sherlock Commodity Union leaders and the senseless sit-at-home have brought severe economic hardship on the residents of the region. Prices of goods in the market are astronomically increasing daily. Many families are no longer able to provide a meal a day, let alone the mandatory 3 square meals. The weekly Monday sit-at-home order, which has obviously gone out of the control of indigenous people of Biafra, has further impoverished artisans who live on daily labor. Many families can no longer send their children to school as they can no longer afford school fees and other expenses. The situation is worsening. The people are simply suffering and smiling, in the words of late Fela Anikulapo Kuti. Among other factors that influence the increase in prices of commodities according to people, include the activities of Sherlock Commodity Union leaders that push the prices of goods up, even in the face of rising poverty among the people. The people also blame the deplorable condition of roads, multiple taxation, and ripple effects of killer herdsmen as many reasons prices of commodities, especially foodstuffs and farm produce, are skyrocketing. Also, they lay the blame on high cost of petroleum products and the inability of government at all levels through established agencies to regulate prices of goods, as was the case in the past. The absence of agencies as price control boards offers traders and their unions the latitude to manipulate prices as they wish. Equally, the residents blame the frequent sit-at-home order, which they say has forced some merchants from other parts of the country to stop the supply of commodities that are produced in their areas, particularly the northern part of the country. They noted that some of them have been unfortunate to fall victim to hoodlums who were forcefully enforcing the controversial sit-at-home order. Many of them have since diverted their business operations elsewhere, which is a big loss not only to the traders, but the artisans who load and offload the goods when they arrive. Aba, for instance, is known for bringing and opening containers of imported goods on Mondays. But today, because of sit-at-home order, the people no longer come to Aba. They now go to Port Harcourt, Uyo, and Calabar to open their containers. They are also leaving the southeast and moving out to Lagos. This is a huge loss to the region. Some of these unions wield so much power and oftentimes take laws into their own hands and indulge in all manner of activities. For example, on a regular basis, truck drivers in Anambra State block the major roads leading into the state to protest the imposition of taxes and alleged intimidation by the agents of the state government. Anytime the blockage takes place, movement becomes difficult and businesses are crippled. No goods or foodstuffs enter the state from outside. Residents of the state wonder why the truck drivers union should be so powerful to be inflicting hardship on the people on a regular basis. The drivers are usually influenced by external forces that use their union to cause disaffection among people, thereby introducing some level of politics into mere transportation of goods and services from one point to the other. Even among the truck drivers, several unions exist. They include Animal Tippers Drivers Association of Nigeria, God's Own Tippers Owners, Drivers Association, and Local Government Tipper Workers Association and Drivers. There are also Minibus Drivers Union, Keke Drivers Union, Second-Hand Clothes Union, Vegetable Sellers Union, and many others. These unions, which claim that agents of government charge them various fees, also transfer such fees to those who patronize them. For instance, some of the drivers who spoke to Southeast Voice said tax on every truck has increased from 200 naira daily to 1,400 naira in the last 5 years. As they increase the tax, we increase how much we charge our customers, Mr. Agbasi Nwokocha, one of the drivers, said. The increase in taxes of transporters, including the truck drivers correspondent, affects other services. Any day the blockage takes place, traffic gridlock becomes the order of the day and the people suffer. If there is no truck drivers union, the problem will not arise and people will be going about their business peacefully. If the truck drivers' activities influence the upward rise in prices of goods and services, the market union scattered in the various markets across Southeast region ensure that prices of goods and services are never stable. Once there is any increase in cost of transportation, it is transferred automatically to the customers of goods and consumers of goods and services. Mrs. Angela Anyanwucho, who sells fruits at the government house market Oka, said there's no way they could be in business if they do not increase the prices of their goods, as the cost of transportation also increases. She said, and I quote her, "We go to the hinterland to buy these goods, and transportation costs so much that it's what determines the price of the goods we sell. Some people think we just sit down in our unions to fix prices. That's not true. The prices are determined by the cost at which it lands in the market." According to her, the way to solve the problem is to reduce the pump price of fuel, which she added affects every commodity in the country. Residents of Umuahia, the Abia State capital, blamed the deplorable condition of the roads, multiple taxation, and ripple effect of killer herdsmen as major reasons why prices of commodities, especially foodstuff and farm produce, are skyrocketing in the market. Although some of the respondents agreed that greedy attitude of market union also account for the rise in the prices of commodities, they maintain that the major causative factors come from outside union activities. Mr. Chibueze Nwankwo, a pensioner who came to shop at the popular Gate market, told our correspondent that high cost of transportation is the major reason prices of commodities are getting out of control. He urged that the situation where traders pay through their nose to transport their wares from the point of purchase to the market, they would have no option than to push over the cost to final consumers. The retiree also blamed the sad development on activities and preponderance of revenue collectors and multiple security checkpoints on the roads that do nothing but engage in massive extortion from the people. He said that vehicles transporting foodstuff pay all manner of levies to uncountable task force team and revenue collectors, especially on the roads leading to north to southern Nigeria. From north to southern Nigeria, Mr. Nwankwo also apportioned part of the blame to corrupt government officials who he accused of collecting kickbacks from market union executives who are usually imposed by them to help protect their interests in different markets. He said that the exploitation of the helpless consumers by market union persists because of absence of active and responsive government regulatory agencies, unlike other countries in Africa. The senior citizen positioned that Nigeria's foundation is so faulty that it requires massive reorientation by the National Orientation Agency for the country to get back on track. This is really sad. Let's meet in the comment section. It's quite the history, the talks are so much. The National Chairman of Perishable Goods Dealers Association, that's Mr. Okezu Okeke, has also observed his members of any blame and urged Nigerians to shift their blame for the hike of prices of goods to extortion by middlemen and security agencies who mount checkpoints on highways across the federation. A lot of people are complaining in Southeast, and it's not just Southeast alone. In almost every part of Nigeria, but Southeast seem to be the worst hit over this issue of high prices, high